Hey, I'm Rob Dubbin, and I'm here to show you around the latest in Scripto's game, writing, collaborative, and production-facing features. Right before you, you see our version of a Final Draft-esque screenplay format, slightly modified and enhanced for games. For one thing, we have this sort of metadata block type that allows you to leave any of the sort of like environmental information or variables that an engine requires from a script. There are also action-like blocking directions where you can give instructions to puppets or just any kind of general stage management that the engine needs to do, and emotes for puppets in a dialogue setting. These are all pretty basic building blocks, but we've highlighted them and changed the colors and stuff for a more sort of game-focused use case. As you can see, I have a collaborator who's also me in this script. You can see their cursor moving around and changing a line in real time on my device. We can also leave asynchronous comments for each other to high five or leave notes or just work together, at a band, not at the same time. And we're a part of a shared folder system here that makes all kinds of files available to the entire team. And when you click into them, you're not clicking into a file on some Dropbox somewhere, you're clicking into a shared cloud accessible resource that can be edited by the team. Within a script, you can use stuff like scene headers to easily navigate between parts you can imagine a longer script here with a lot to navigate, or if you just want to see scenes that take place on the sub, you can winnow down and search through the outline as well. And most importantly, you can see how the script has changed over time. So if we go back to a demo build from early August, I can access a side-by-side comparison of everything that's changed between that draft and the current state of the script. So everything that's been added is here in green, everything that's been removed is here in red, and in the case of this comparison, someone will be able to tell, hey, we don't need that sound effect of the deep honk anymore, it's been cut in the latest revision. And as a bonus, these reports are themselves linkable and distributable to the entire team so that when there are major editorial inflection points, that information can be disseminated quickly without a lot of clerical busy work to get at the information about what's changed. So this is just one example of a format that we support for games. Obviously, there are several more. I'm proud of this one, so I'm just going to show it to you. This is a working format for an engine that I wrote in the Pico 8 Retro Fantasy console. It simulates a fixed width display, has its own system for branching, and its own sort of take on the outline that I showed you earlier. It connects to my build through our API, and I can update it instantly if I make changes. And probably more relevantly, we also support Ink, which is becoming a bit of a lingua franca for writing nonlinear scripts in a linear sort of medium of text. And we have a number of ways that we make this work. So you can link multiple Ink scripts together. It will compile. You will get compilation notes if you say, like, try to create a branch that doesn't connect to anything. You'll get a warning about that. But if you actually do have everything working, you can play it very easily in your browser, just like you can in Inky. And this editor is collaborative, just like our screenplay editor. And so you can work with other people in real time to modify and prototype to your heart's content. If you make a change in the editor, it immediately compiles and shows up in the clickable prototype. And all of these are connected to the API so that you can download compiled JSON for easy integration into your build pipeline. Now, obviously, downstream of the script is an entire engine and production workflow that requires getting the information from these scripts as quickly and easily as possible. And we have a couple of things that we do to make that happen very efficiently. One is we have our own version of spreadsheets. They're called rundowns. And what you can do with a rundown is import any script using customizable logic to arrange, say, all of the lines of dialogue that need to be recorded in a spreadsheet that has pre-populated columns for the metadata associated with that task of recording audio or localizing it. And when it comes to a localization ID, one of the things that we have going on behind the scenes is that every script in Scripto has a unique GUID identifier assigned to it when the line is created in the script. So you don't have to go through and do that 2/3 of the way through your development cycle. You can pull the underlying data of any script or all your scripts or your entire narrative from our API down into a build pipeline where you can pull those GUIDs, you can reason about how things have changed, and you can even do that for those rundowns I just showed you where every row in every rundown is itself machine accessible and integratable into your build pipeline. This is just a taste. This is, a lot of the basics for writing and working in games. So we're approaching the 6-minute mark. So I'm going to call it. Thanks for taking a look. Let me know if you have any questions. Have a good rest of your day.